So we're going to talk about Uniswap. I've never talked about this before, but some big things happening. Let's find out why. So hi guys, welcome to the channel. If you are new, subscribe, bell button, like, comment, all kinds of good stuff. Yeah, hi. So Uniswap, let's talk about it because it's relatively, what's the word? Very popular, that'll do. There's a lot of things happening. Very, very exciting news regarding Uniswap. Personally, I've never used it. I have actually used it briefly, but I aborted the transaction. So I never actually got any of this free stuff that's going around, which is probably why you're on this video. Free money! And I'm going to introduce you to how to kind of pretty much get that and how it kind of works. But what is Uniswap? You're probably wondering, this little unicorn. It is an on-chain liquidity protocol on the Ethereum blockchain that enables trustless token swaps. Basically, it's a decentralized exchange. You can put pretty much any token on there and you can purchase it with your own liquidity on your own wallet, which you own the keys to. It is decentralized, okay? DeFi essentially. So, with that being said, one little problem factor with this, which is why it kind of put me off a little bit, the fees. I was looking to use this in mid-August to test it for content for my course. Link up there, by the way, if you want to jump in. But I didn't do it due to the fact that the fees were extortionate. I put $100 in to then buy into a random coin. I can't even remember what coin it was. It was something random. And it was, I think, $23 for a $100 transaction at the time. It was absolutely crazy. Forgot about it, thought I'll wait. Nothing really happens. You know, the fees are still quite high, but ultimately, if I did that transaction, I would have been entitled to getting this free money, which I will come on to in a second. But overall, the infrastructure and how Uniswap works, it actually improved so much over the last year or so because it has been around for a while the way it's been working. And all of a sudden, the market just went bang. It just popped. And it is a crazy industry and it makes you wonder where this is going to go in the future. But other than that, there's all kinds of other nuts and crannies, which I will do a more detailed video on how the protocols work and stuff like that. But I'm just going to keep this nice and basic simple because I don't want to bore the living shit out of you. In terms of Uniswap, this is obviously the website. In terms of how it works, using the app is really, really straightforward. Using MetaMask, for example. Nice and clean. I like it. Obviously, they've got products. They've got all the data and how you can actually list the tokens and all kinds of cool stuff. But in terms of launching the app, it is just simple. My app's already connected. You can put the token in, i.e. paste the address, get the right token. Make sure, by the way, I want to show you a little trick as well on CoinGecko, which makes it vitally important that you do this so you don't get scammed. But in terms of claiming it, you basically get the Uni coin, which is absolutely crazy in terms of how you can get this for free. It is a governance token, so it is pretty decent in terms of that. You can get that, and it actually uses the protocol. So, moving on, you're probably thinking Uniswap don't have any charts. Well, actually, if you go on to uniswap.vision, free chart and analysis basically using the likes of TradingView. It's brilliant. So if you just put in anything, let's just put in meme. Oh, if I can spell meme. There you go. That's Met. Put in, I don't know, think of random coins. All kinds of random coins here that you may have probably seen on the network. Obviously, got YAM and stuff, Yearn Finance. This is just one. There's multiple different ones because they're not really on TradingView. They don't really have much exchange data. So obviously, make sure you do your research. But ultimately, you can get all the different versions and you can find out which one's what and how they kind of work. So ultimately, it's entirely up to you in terms of using it. But I thought I'd just give you a little bit of a pointer that if you do want to do some little bit of chat analysis and you're not just copying people on Twitter and expecting for a moonbag gem of 100x, well, here you go. But let's talk about it in terms of this. The governance token. Okay. Now, this is where it's getting interesting because things are starting to list things faster. What I mean by that, like Coinbase, for example. This is listed on Coinbase, which is absolutely crazy. You know, they've literally just listed it. It's mental. But announced Wednesday night, a new token will be allocated to the Uniswap holders of the community. 60% of all tokens, team members and future employees, 21.5%, investors, All this essentially an official kind of token for the Uniswap governance, which obviously here you can see is publicly owned, self-sustainable infrastructure while continuing to carefully protect its indestructible and anomalous futures, qualities even. So, with all this in said, the way that the market is going, Obviously, the likes of Uniswap will get probably more use case, it'll get more interest. So having a governance token to allow it to kind of continue and the way it works is definitely key. But you got to look at certain things in terms of like obvious scams, which we will go on to in more detail in a second. But for me personally, I think this is an absolute perfect situation where it's a much easier way, in my opinion, to be safe online, especially with like centralized exchanges, because you've got your factor of your own wallet. Obviously, be careful what's listed on there. Obvious, because it is a trustless website. It's a trustless way of doing things. But most important thing to remember, you are using your own wallet with your own private keys, which is vitally important. So moving on into what the kerfuffle is regarding this. The Uni token, the governance protocol, is basically going to be given out to all users that used, here you go, have already claimed, basically you're going to get 400 free Uni. That is from people that have used the platform, the Uniswap platform, before the 1st of September. It is just mind-blowing, in my opinion, that can happen. But that is just the way it is. So ultimately, you can kind of go sell it, do whatever the hell you want with it in terms of once you get it. You can sell it on Uniswap, trade it for Ethereum or whatever. You can sell it on Binance because it's on Binance now. There's all kinds of exchanges that have it. But it is on so many different things now. And that Uni token will probably be very, very popular due to the fact of what it is and why it's used. So there's already 13,300 addresses holding Uni with over 44,000 transactions already confirmed. On average, 4 transactions per second since the announcement, a price rise of 90% up to $3.36 at the time of this writing. So there's a lot. There's a lot of tokens there. There's a lot of free money bounded around. And yeah, this is where the industry's going, just making free money out of thin air. But in terms of like, let's talk about scams there. Let's talk about scams. Why? Because obviously, let me just refresh this. CoinGecko is really good for this in terms of finding things and making sure that's right. CoinGecko lists the correct contract in terms of this. So when you go to the Uniswap platform, obviously if you copy that, go over to the interface and you go into the pool. Let's just say you want to do whatever. It'll tell you the address, the correct thing, the correct ticker. Now, one thing that you will see is you'll see copycats of different coins and tokens because it's very, very easy to do, which is the biggest problem with the life of cryptocurrency. So if you just put in like meme coin, for example, is random one, you get a load of like little random copycats of this. Obviously, it's doing incredibly well due to what it is, but again, click the copy and boom into here if you wanted to buy it. It really is straightforward. You can't realistically go wrong. And then you can obviously add the address if you so wish. That's basically how you use it. And then enter the Ethereum, press the amount, buy, boom, off you go. But one thing, as I say, if you go on Etherscan and you're looking at like the likes of meme coin, you will see numerous different copycats. So if I just put in here meme, for example, you're going to see a load like this, and you got meme coin, memes, all kinds of stuff like this. People do, weirdly, I know, they get confused and they get all these different ones here, all the different Uniswap ones. They get confused, so make sure you go to the correct thing on CoinGecko. And if you want to know what type of coins that you're buying, it is literally your yield farming, stuff like this. It's absolutely crazy in my opinion. It's interesting. It's something that I'm not really into. My personal opinion, I don't quite trust it. I think it's a bit weird. I like Uniswap as a platform and to be able to use it, but it's more the coins that are on it. Some of them are very, very interesting like this. Like for me, I don't understand how you can get so much out of it as a farmer. And when you see the likes of Yam Finance or whatever it was called, you can see like a sushi with the exit scams and the fact that it just goes voomf. It just evaporates and vanishes. It scares me a little bit. So that's why I'm not quite willing to just throw money at things like this just yet. But do I see it as a long-term thing? I do. If it's audited correctly, if it is backed, if it is all kinds of good stuff. Because we need trust. We do. We need trust. We need to trust things. And ultimately, if bad actors are going to rinse people, they're not going to use it, and then it kind of fades away and dies again. So that's today's video done. Obviously, meme coin. Well, hey, it's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. There's other ones, obviously. There's like, what's the other one? Is it pasta? The spaghetti coin. Is this another? I think this is a dodgy one. Bear with me. Is it? Is this a dodgy one? I think this one was the one that died. Yeah, it's down quite a chunk. I think that one was the one that died. Yeah, do you see what I mean? 17 cents. Oh. So yeah, be careful. What is it though? Let's have a little look. Ooh. Whee! Dog shit.